Hey friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you a Traveler's Notebook inspired layout. It is a little bit larger than Traveler's Notebook size. It's 4.5 inches wide by 8.25 inches tall, and it's going to be going inside my album without a page protector. So I started off by playing with some really old 6x6 paper pads that I have in my stash. I can't remember exactly where they come from right now. I want to say it's Jillibean Soup, not 100% sure. But I really liked the navy blue stripe. You can kind of see it to the left hand of the screen. And then this floral pattern paper that I decided to use a punch on to punch a scallop border. That was attached to one side of vanilla cardstock. It's textured cardstock from American Crafts. I used my craft mat and ATG to adhere those together. And because this part of the mat is larger than 6 inches, it's 8 inches by I think 3 3/4 inches wide. I cut punched two scallop borders and then overlapped them, and you can't even tell where the seam is. I did the same with the paper in the background because they are also 6x6 paper pads. So I trimmed them down to the size that I needed and lined up the stripes as best that I can, which in the end it doesn't really matter because the textured cardstock mat that sits on top of it hides the seam as well. Both those pattern papers are actually attached to paper that I have in my stash that I'll never ever use. I trimmed it down to 4.5 wide by 8.25 inches tall, and then glued my stripe pattern paper to that. Right now I'm working on the title mat. I cut a scallop circle with my Cricut, and then I added another circle inside it, cut from textured white cardstock, also from American Crafts. And then the flower and leaves that I'm going to be adding on top of that circle were all drawn and cut with the Cricut as well. I used my Spectrum Noir markers to color them in. I'll have all of those linked in the description box down below, as well as all the other products that are still available listed down there as well. The pattern papers that I used are so old. I'm fairly certain you will not find them anywhere anymore, especially since Jillibean Soup is not really around anymore that I'm aware of. So right now I am just I'm trying to arrange the branches with leaves on them. I liked the idea of filling out the vase with flowers by adding some more greenery to it. So I found a couple additional images in Cricut Design Space that were leaves and converted them to draw images, and then used the offset to create a bubble around them so that they would cut and draw at the same time. If you don't do that, the draw images are just going to be drawn on a piece of paper and that's it. They won't be cut out. So also make sure you attach them together when you do that. I forgot to do that at first, and when I went to cut those leaves, it was a hot mess. So I had to go back and do it again. So make sure you have everything attached so that they draw and then cut the way they are supposed to. That is my title there. I drew it with my Cricut. It says Find Joy, and attached it to a rectangle shape, and then offset that so that it had a border around it. And then I added another phrase on a curve just below that says In the Simple Things. So the entire title is Find Joy in the Simple Things, and that is what this layout is about. I used the word prompt make from Ali Edwards, and I thought that I would document the things that make my heart happy currently. Some of my favorite things are listed in the journaling. I just did point form journaling because that was all that was needed, and I did that directly in Cricut Design Space as well. This is a hybrid layout. As you can see, there's some digital images. I'm also using physical product from Jillibean Soup and Cocoa Vanilla Studio. I'm using some of the stickers from the These Days collection. I am using liquid glue to attach these just for added insurance, nothing moves in the future. And then off camera, I'm going to add a little puffy sticker circle off of, I think it's a Vicky Bouton sticker sheet that I have in my stash. That brings me to the end of this layout, you guys. It was quick and simple to make, and I absolutely love how it turned out. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up and a like. If you'd like to see more digital and hybrid layouts like these ones that are created with the Cricut, maybe consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I will be back again soon with more creative inspiration. Bye guys.